time in a long time, but it seems like just yesterday when we were side by side. Beast mode, no one's blocking our way. These other guys tried it, but them man ain't got the skills of Braden and Davie, brazen and raging, bringing you the thrills and spills. Right here in full gear, about to blow up like TNT. Us man are too sweet, Brady, DVP, the BDElite. Right here in full gear, about to blow up like TNT. Us man are too sweet, Brady, DVP, the BDElite.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Braden Herrington here with Davie Portman for BDElite. You can find us whatever podcast app you did find us, and we're live
on twitch.tv/upNXTpodcast and youtube.com/upNXT.
Yeah, hey, did you click subscribe on that YouTube yet? Did you do it? I don't know if you people did.
Some have, but not enough, to be
Not
honest.
enough?
No.
We're still shy.
We're still very shy.
Why are you being shy?
Come on.
Click that subscribe on YouTube. I told you, even if it takes logging in with your friend's account, your aunt's account, your partner's account.
While you're waiting for something, just go on your phone and go, subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It helps us out.
It does.
Welcome to BDElite. We're going to chat all about Dynamite from tonight, because that's what that show was tonight. Just Dynamite. Crazy edition of AEW. They're on quite a run. The Forbidden Door is swinging. It's just swanging, that door. It's just getting ready for that eventual Forbidden Door show.
Has it swung enough yet?
It was definitely swinging tonight. It was swanging. It was gray sweatpants swinging tonight a little bit, but not quite. Not quite like, a lot of people. Where's Okada? Give me Okada. But we got Ospreay.
Yeah.
So some people I could see being okay with that for sure.
No, that was definitely the biggest move so far with this.
Yeah, him showing up, not just his boys.
Do you think he was meant to show up the other week? When he was sick,
right?
Perhaps
it's possible. Yeah, but it's cool that he's here. A lot going on. They got this pay-per-view that's coming in a few weeks, and they're gonna do this whole New Japan crossover. They're gonna announce a new title tonight, which they did already. It's so much going on, so can't wait to jump into it. We did, of course, Up Next last night, talking all about NXT. Go check that out on this feed. On this feed as well, in 15 minutes or less, you can learn all about the other wrestling that you may or may not watch, from John Cena, Shot in the Dark, which is also available here. He'll fill you in on everything so you can know everything that's going on in wrestling. And then check out some shows we got going on our Patreon, because Up Yours, where World Champ patrons pick selections for us to talk about. Detroit, our buddy World Champ, has picked WrestleMania 2000. Yeah, that's right, WrestleMania 16, featuring a triangle ladder match.
Yeah, it's funny how it all ties together.
Which we might be talking. Well, we will be
featuring
talking
one of these teams.
Featuring literally three people from one of those matches. We chatted with B, and we also did a review.
22 years later, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts. Still 22 years ago.
Triangle ladder
Still
matches.
Climbing ladders.
Jeez.
Yeah. So go check out that. That's going to be coming out this weekend. We did a 40th anniversary review of The Thing, John Carpenter, the OG, Kurt Russell. So go check that out this weekend out on the Patreon. We did some retro NXT reviews up there. I know we got, what do we got? We got a bunch. Because it's Forbidden Door, we're going to be doing a poll on our Facebook from all the best Ring of Honor, New Japan crossover, Global Wars, Border Wars, whatever you want to call them, and then we'll put it to a vote, and we'll be reviewing that. So it probably will be featuring a lot of stars that we'll be seeing.
That reminds me, I've got to do that. Yeah,
but it's okay. we got time. We just got to scout. We got to scout which ones maybe we want to do. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then we'll be watching Forbidden Door. There's lots of other podcasts that we got, but
Face Off coming up.
Face Off 25th anniversary, that's going to be pretty hot. So go look for that. Get your feedback in for that as well. But Patreon.com, only $5 for all these podcasts that we do. It equals pennies per podcast. So go check us out and support us. It would mean a lot, especially if you like us, even just a little bit.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for?
It's the best gift you'll give yourself.
You'll never see it coming.
You won't see it coming? Yeah. You'll hear lovely, lovely podcasts. I was also on a podcast. Shout out the Walder Sportscast. Chris Walder, Toronto native here with the whole Raptors thing he's pretty known for. But he loves pro wrestling, and he had me on his show, and he kind of interviewed me. It was sweet. So if you're a fan of of this show as well. I go check out the Chris Walder Sportscast podcast I did with him this week. We had a fun chat about AEW and thoughts on NXT and just wrestling as a whole. And he brought up our love of Andrade versus Gargano and all sorts of stuff. So go check that out as well.
Did you bring up the Hardcore Battle Royal from WrestleMania 2000?
We get into it on this WrestleMania 2000 review, though. A deep cut of wrestling fans know and love that match. So we do talk about that, me and you. We did record that today. So yeah, go check out all the podcasts. We would love it if you do. This is what we do. So we would love you guys to check out all the stuff we do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hell yeah. So, I mean, join that Facebook group because the polls and all that stuff and meme sharing and stuff is great. There's a upNXT page and an upNXT group. Go join both, and of course Twitter at upNXT Podcast.
You caught up on the Cody Seth match last night.
Oh, that's right.
We finished upNXT.
Yeah, me and you recorded upNXT, and then we went out for a few cold ones, and we went out to our local watering hole, wide open, hung around, and then we came back, and you showed me Cody versus Seth. It was pretty awesome. Good for Cody. That arm looked nasty. It looks even nastier now. It looks like definite the red symbiote.
Has he put a
like an update picture?
On his Instagram?
I don't know where I saw it, but it looked pretty nasty. Crazy that he could actually wrestle that match, and kudos to both him and Seth. I thought it was great. What a trilogy of matches, honestly.
Yeah, definitely the most, I think the best thing WWE's done for a while.
Quite a long time, trilogy of matches. Sure. Yeah, definite. So, or is it all a work because Cody just wants to take a breather before he can come in at number 30 in the Rumble and win that big one? No,
yeah.
I feel like a Rumble return is in the books.
I mean, that makes the most sense,
right?
But I don't know. Yeah, if he's ready before then, I don't think they'll want to keep him waiting. Like, if he's good to go, they'll want him back. Yeah,
that's true. Because John Cena's coming back. We got Edge being a good guy.
Good again.
Maybe he'll get his
a few times already since being back.
It's because he needs his music back.
He does.
The real music. The real Alter Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd kick him out my group. Be like, no, Edge, you're not having new music.
You of all people. Why would you change your music? Yeah. Good stuff. But yeah, Cody Seth is good.
You think you know me? You never did.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, now he's back. Rip what?
That song. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, for him.
It would be funny if the Judgment Day still use that song.
Just keep his old song with his voice at the beginning.
Yeah, that's even like digging the wound
rubbing
even more.
Salt in the wounds.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole lot going on in AEW from this episode, and it was a pretty crazy episode. I mean, we have CM Punk, who won the title at the pay-per-view, right away pretty much gets injured, relinquishes it, but then they say you didn't relinquish it. He's actually just going to be healing, and we'll have an interim champion. And then they say, okay, but the winner of a battle royal will face Moxley, and the winner of that is the interim champion, who will then face Tanahashi at the pay-per-view for the title. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So, but also, mate, it's not just Tanahashi. It could be Goto
at Dominion.
Yeah. So that's it. Could be Goto. Could be AEW champion.
So at the start of this program, we could have had Max Caster versus Goto in the
main event of Forbidden Door. But
instead of Punk and Tanahashi.
Yeah, that's wild.
That was a possibility tonight.
Yeah.
Because anything can happen in a casino battle royal.
This is true. Even jokers that aren't really jokers.
Andrade's not a joker?
I didn't think so.
No.
The dude went and got married for off for a few weeks. Doesn't mean he's...
Do you remember when he brought in Roosh?
Yeah. Who?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
So the match is going to be set up via this whole Battle Royal casino thing that starts off Dynamite here tonight in Kansas City. I don't like their Battle Royals. Like the Royal Rumble, you can't just straight up jack that, so I guess it's like, oh, what do we do? It's kind of weird because they do the few people at the same time, and it kind of like...
They do the suits, don't they?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not my favorite. Like the Rumble definitely, it's better than just a Battle Royal where they all just don't know what to do. But I will give it that.
I think they're just trying to do their own thing.
It's better than that time TNA did the reverse Battle Royal.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
Can't say I have.
So all the guys are ringside?
I know what it is, yeah.
We should put it on later. So this is a battle royal. The winner faces Moxley tonight. There's a whole who's who here. We have our first, what do you call them, of cards? Sets of cards?
Yeah, suits.
Suits, that's right, suits. We get Tony Nese. Just screams future interim AEW champion.
So I kind of forgot that it was
Forgot about
the
Tony
casino
Nese.
style.
Oh, yeah.
And just thought it was a battle royal. And then I'm looking in the ring and going, oh, is this a 5-man battle royal with Tony Nese, Lance Archer, Darby Allin,
And Eddie.
and Eddie Kingston, is it?
Yeah,
like,
and I had to remind you, no, there's more people coming.
It's like,
You're like, oh, thank God.
Good.
So these guys are starting in the ring. We mentioned Nese, Darby, Archer, Garcia, Eddie Kingston. There's Archer's beating up everyone. He hits a huge choke slam. People trying to team up and try to take him out. Ricky Starks is here as well. The next set come in Jake Hager, Ray Phoenix, Swerve, Keith Lee, Takeshita. Yeah, he's awesome. He's in here as well. We get Max Caster, who has time before this to run into the ring to rap and talks about choking like Patrick Mahone. Mentions that the only guns that shouldn't be banned are the ass boys, which definitely got a double take from me. And then, yeah, he gets in the ring as well. And I was like, yeah, future interim champion right here, Max Caster. I believe. I love the scissoring. I love the ass boys joining them. I don't know why it works so much, but it does.
They're all just obnoxious and fun.
Scissor me, daddy, ass is the funniest. Like, that's what he said. Scissor me,
Billy
daddy, ass.
Does just look like that shithead dad who
He's a cool dad. He's a cool dad. Yeah. So there's chaos in the ring. Everyone's fighting everyone. I'm not going to go through every little move here because there's more people that get entered. Red Dragon, both Kyle and Bobby Fish enter this match. We have Dante Martin. He's in here. Wheeler Yuta returning from his excursion.
said he got off the plane 4 hours ago.
Damn. Well, looking good here.
From Japan.
Yeah.
To wrestle.
Yeah, that's
like
nuts.
that's long.
So we get Wheeler Yuta in here as well. I mentioned that. We get Swerve turns on Keith Lee and throws him out, which gets a reaction from the crowd booing him here. And he kind of is like, hey, I got to do what
It's every man for himself.
Battle Royal. He has since tweeted, like, I've lost some dead weight. So I'm like, whoa.
Okay.
That's...
He was, after that, he was acting more heelish.
He also eliminates Darby.
Yeah.
So that's like another big elimination.
Good. I mean, I think in NXT, he really came into his own when he turned.
Yeah.
And if you aren't putting the tag titles on these two, why not? Let's give them the singles run.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I would like to see them face each other. It was too bad. That double team Spirit Bomb move was pretty crazy. And they've been selling shirts. It was all a ruse. It was like Y2 Jericho. What was it? Y2 AJ?
Y2 AJ?
Stupid. I love it. So we get Ray Phoenix. He eliminates Max Caster. Everyone's eliminating everyone. We get the Joker. It's not quite a Joker, but it's Andrade.
Why is it not a Joker?
I felt like the Joker we've been promised, like, kind of like definite returning. We've still seen this guy on screen, so I'm like, all right, this doesn't feel like it's such a, like, what's the difference if he was in this match besides, like,
it's the Joker because they're suits.
Yeah. Right? But usually that used to be reserved for, like, you know, someone coming back from an injury or like a debuting. Yeah. So it did feel like, oh,
But it wasn't also, like, I didn't feel the hype for this week was who's the Joker going to be. No.
And,
like, they can't just sign someone because they've suddenly ran into this battle royal.
No, but you could have had someone we legit haven't seen just in a little while. But instead, it was
Kip Sabian
with the box on his head.
Yeah.
There's chaos here. We finally get down to kind of our main final four, like a Rumble. Wheeler Yuta, Kyle, Andrade, and Ray Phoenix. And this is a pretty good interaction from all four. Ray Phoenix goes for some crazy handspring dive and gets his nuts punched off from Andrade. It was basically like uppercut Street Fighter right to the fucking balls. Andrade, though,
he's a Joker.
He's so jokey. He eventually throws him out. Andrade gets dumped, and then Kyle dumps Yuta, and Kyle O'Reilly wins the Battle Royal and will go on to face Moxley in the main event tonight. But it had some stuff that was a little too, like, contrived, but by the end of it, it really picked up.
This wasn't the most exciting. I think they've had some good Battle Royals before with some fun spots. But this really was just picked up towards the end with the final four. And interesting choice, Kyle. Like, the match sounds great. Kyle versus Mox in the main, but wasn't really expecting it.
Yeah, sweet. Like,
Which is good.
I can't recall ever seeing that match.
I don't think they'd have crossed paths. No?
Like, think before Mox got to WWE, he's probably never... Maybe some indie shows or something that we don't know, but...
Yeah, I feel they were, like, running different parts.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like maybe they've fought recently in a tag team match, but one-on-one singles.
Yeah.
Which is like, okay, sweet, 100%. We've been following Kyle the past few years with upNXT and NXT and stuff like that, and ever since he got into that singles push there, we were like, man, someone needs to give
matches.
the first Finn ones, especially to me. I mean, if you've seen him outside WWE, he can be a huge single star. I think the wrestling is definitely there, and seeing more hope with him with what he's been on a run. He wins this, he beat Darby, he's beaten a few different people. So
this is where, I mean, AEW is quite interesting because they surprise you with some of these stats.
Yeah.
You know, I think suddenly you go, oh yeah, they have actually been heating up Kyle recently. They've been giving him some wins before this whole injury interim thing was even a thing. So you can just justify going, we'll have a main event with this opportunity.
Yeah,
I like it.
And he can deliver on these main events for sure, as we'll get into. When we all realize that it's Kyle who wins, they cut to Moxley backstage, who is cutting a promo. He says, it's been quite a strange year, but this is AEW and it belongs to him. The title belongs to me, and this match is 3 years in the making. So New Japan, AEW, this all belongs to me. This entire sport is mine. I'll see you at Forbidden Door. See you tonight, Kyle. Love your mom. He always shouts out call your mom, call your grandma, stuff like that. But yeah, good little promo.
Yeah, Mox is great. I was immediately hyped for this match.
We get an announcement for All Atlantic Championship. Yeah.
Yeah,
a
new title representing all the corners of the world, and this tournament is going to be another tournament. 4 matches, everyone representing a different country, continent, and then the 4 winners will go to Forbidden Door in a fatal 4-way.
Damn.
For this.
Yeah, the way they set it up, the commentary were like, hey, we have a new championship. We all were like, oh, okay, the trios title, I guess, is what's next. But then this one comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, I hope they kind of make it different. Like, have this title be the one that you have defended in other promotions.
Yeah, I think so.
If you're going to have all these other countries represent, why not defend it on a New Japan Strong? You know, that kind of thing. And have title changes there, as long as... I think that would be a good thing to do with this title. Otherwise, we don't need another TNT championship. You know, Yeah, I could see it being the title that they do bring across, you know, in New Japan shows and whatever, because that's what this is going to be designed for. So, hey, cool. The title looks cool. You only defend it against someone from a different country? Is that like a thing? It's all Atlantic, you know. They don't discriminate, I don't think. Not all Pacific, though. Right. Why? What's with the name? Is it like a callback to, you know, some old school, an older... Like, the title looks nice with all the flags. No, I'm just like... No, it does look... all their titles are nice, but yeah, I like the design of this one. Look at it now, it's got 5 flags on there, 6 flags on there. 6 flags. 6 flags. It's really gold. Some nice plates. Yeah, it's a nice title. Well, this announcement then shows us that there's going to be a tournament, and next week we're going to get Ethan Page versus Miro, meaning a Canadian versus Bulgarian. Yeah, and the winner of that is added. But then tonight How do you think Canada's chances are there? Canada's going to show a real good outing, and they're going to get over. But by the end of it, I think it will be game over for Canada. Yeah, I can see that. Although part of me would like, you could have someone else take out Miro. I don't know. I want Miro in a singles, I feel, rather than a 4-way. So you want Ethan Page to go to this match? Okay. I think Miro's winning. No, I think Miro's winning. But I want to see more from Page. What was the other match now? I'm trying to find the bracket. Yeah, I already lost the bracket. You had 2 unnamed New Japan talents. Right. Obviously, Pac versus Buddy Matthews today, and then you had
Ray Phoenix and...
Or was it No, it was Penta versus someone. I should have taken a picture of it. Excalibur does a crazy job later, so I don't even want... They were at a good pace today here for this.
Oh, here we go. Malachi Black versus Penta.
Oh!
And
What?
then,
When is that?
Probably a New Japan match. Miro versus Page.
That sounds crazy. Penta versus Black one-on-one, definite. Do it. Well, it leads to this match here that they announced earlier today. Definite a match people were interested in seeing, and it's now part of this tournament. Buddy Matthews versus the Bastard. I love when Justin Roberts is...
He
is a bastard. Imagine that. Pac versus Buddy. They're pretty much like the same size, same jackness, same kind of long hair. Like, they're very similar styles. It's almost like a different variation of each other here. Very good matching of styles, obviously, because they do a lot of the same moves. And a lot of counter for counter and kip ups and flips to get to their feet. They go to commercial picture-in-picture, and Buddy finally drops Pac on the apron with a back suplex. When we come back, Pac hits this tilt-a-whirl spike DDT, even though Buddy is like in between the ropes, which was crazy that you could do that with the ropes in play. There's like a side kick. They both do the spinning side kick to the gut, so it's like a battle between those kicks. There's then a huge German from Buddy, a sunset into a deadlift sit-out Liger bomb for a near fall, and then at one point Pac gets Buddy in the corner and then does this like backwards jump into a poison Rana, which is incredible, and then hits him with the red arrow, and the Bastard beats the Buddy.
Yeah, this... As soon as this was announced earlier in the day, or earlier this week, sounded great, lived up to it for me. I just love both these guys' style. They're so quick, but just fucking ripped.
Yeah.
You know,
and can do crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's
very impressive. Buddy Matthews is someone who can put on just bangers. The best kept secret of, 205 Live?
Yeah, we had our 205 live show we did recently on Best Match
months
Ever
ago.
and watched quite a bit of Buddy Matthews.
Yeah.
And he's awesome.
And so is Pac.
Yeah.
But Pac advances to this match.
So Australia, you're out.
Yeah. But where's Pac? Wales?
UK.
You guys are in. You guys are good. There's then a stare down.
Newcastle.
Yeah. Stare down from Malachi Black and Penta, which then teases that I'm sure they'll be fighting. They haven't announced it for next week, but maybe the week after that. But yeah, sounds crazy. We then get Eddie Kingston backstage cutting a promo. He's shirtless. He's very upset. And he says, Jake Hager, you threw me out of the Battle Royal tonight. You pissed me off. And you cost me a shot to be the world champion. And that's my only goal and destiny in this business. And I'm mad. And he says, and you, Daniel Garcia, you already know how I feel about you. You
piece of shit.
You piece of shit. And then says, and 2.0 or whatever your names are, I don't know them, I'm going to beat you up too. He says, Rampage this Friday, it's going to be Eddie Kingston versus Jake Hager, and it doesn't matter if it's on before the NBA or after the NHL, but I'm going to kick your ass.
This, Eddie's great, but it sounded like they just went, right, Eddie, you're facing Jake on Friday. You've got a promo.
How do you feel about
that? Now. He's like, all right, okay. And I love how it's like, I really want to fight you, but we're going to wait till Friday, either before the NBA or after the NHL. But sometime I'm going to fight you.
At normal time, actually, 10 p.m. is when Rampage is on this week. But yeah, great promo from Eddie. You wouldn't expect anything less. I love that they flashed a graphic before the break, like, coming up next, Trent Beretta speaks. And I was like, I didn't know he had really that much to say. Enough to
countdown to Trent.
Yeah, like enough that it was like he's going in the ring to like talk.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of talking backstage, so it's like, okay. So Trent is in the ring. He's kind of sad. He's sad, Trent. He says today is National Best Friend Day, and his best friends aren't even here. And he gets a boo from the crowd, which is very sad. He says, but there was a tag team match a few weeks ago. Roppongi Vice, FTR, and Roppongi deserves one more shot. So FTR make things right. So FTR come out, and they basically say, hey, you know what? That match we had was pretty good, and you shouldn't be mad at us because we're not the ones that stopped the match. It was broken up. It was interrupted by those Will Ospreay bitch boys. So, like, yeah, we'll give you a rematch. When they're interrupted, Will Ospreay's music hits. Dun, 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 dun. He comes out. he's here in AEW, first time appearance.
Yeah, big reaction as well. This is one of the people we wanted to see here. You 100%. Know, this is awesome. This is one of the top guys coming over, and the amount of matches you can do with this guy.
Yeah, the Dreams matches open up him, Sammy Guevara, him, Dante Martin, Ray Phoenix, Penta, Malachi Black, Kenny Omega, I think is definitely a big end game there eventually down the line. The list is literally endless because he is someone who's awesome. He comes out with his crew, and I don't know his crew.
Yeah, so he comes out on the stage and then does like the turnaround.
Yeah.
But this time it's Aaron Hanare and Aussie Open. Attack.
Which is crazy. Aussie Open are pretty sweet. We've definitely been watching it for a while.
And again, like this company, the amount of tag teams, the matches these guys could have is pretty cool. And they announce for Rampage, 6-man, which sounds nuts.
I mean, and then for someone who's maybe not seen like Will Ospreay, which I mean, if you watch AEW, you probably watch other stuff and know who he is. But to see him hit Trent with the hidden blade here, just murdering him. Was pretty sweet. So yeah, sets up the 6-man tag, which is FTR and Trent versus like the
Ospreay and Aussie Open.
So Will Ospreay is wrestling in AEW.
Well, that's probably happening like
it's probably right now we're recording the show, but yeah, this Friday on Rampage. So Will Ospreay in AEW, pretty nuts.
Yeah,
I like it. I know some people are sour on this like character that he's been kind of doing. I'm kind of sour on his gang. I think it would have worked out. You're saying maybe they wanted him. They should have done this the last time. Great O'Con and whoever showed up. But I think it would have worked. You needed to see him before you can see like the lackeys essentially to get a bigger like reaction. But maybe it was like, hey, the boss man's coming kind of thing.
He's coming. Yeah.
He doesn't look like such a boss. Will Ospreay looks kind of like a fuckboy. But like I think I could be wrong. But he's going for like he's pushing 100%. Hard with the heel. So I definitely love it.
Yeah, I'm way more excited about Aussie Open as well than like Great O'Con and stuff.
100%.
So this was definitely a better go at it.
And I could understand someone being like, okay, hold on. I know Will Ospreay, but I don't know Aussie Open, and I don't know all these other guys. I'm kind of in that boat. Like, you're bringing in the big talent that's New Japan Star. Does it mean now we have to bring in all these other people, or only certain people coming in? But I think already announcing a match like this is like, oh, okay, there's no lag here. We're just jumping into his matches. So poor Trent's probably eating another hidden blade right as we speak.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, like, I can't imagine that being the singles match at Forbidden Door. But then
Trent Will Ospreay.
Yeah, but then you don't have that long to build up this whole thing. So is this just a one-off to introduce them? Because it definitely feels like FTR are tied with United Empire. So
yeah, interesting.
We'll see.
Well, here, let us know what's the dream match you want to see Ospreay fight, because now there's Ospreay Danielson obviously needs to happen as well. We go to William Regal backstage. He's with Tony Schiavone, but he's standing by with Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Adam Cole is there as well. William Regal says he knows these guys very well, and he knows what Kyle is capable of. He's said it all these years. He knew he had it in him, and he knows he's going to go have the fight of his life against Moxley, his boy. And this is when Kyle O'Reilly just turns on a switch here and starts mentioning that he does this every night for his wife and his kids. He does this for the passion, and he just goes on a rip here.
Yeah, best promo he's ever cut.
Best I've ever heard Kyle O'Reilly talk.
Passionate, sounded real,
authentic.
Honest. Yeah, like great.
Yo, Kyle O'Reilly is awesome, man. Definitely. This was such a fired up, like, just instantly, like, no, I know I'm in this match tonight. It's instantly the biggest match of my career. I know what I'm doing. I got everything I'm going to give. Just fantastic. I love this. And a good nod that NXT is canon.
Yeah, I was going to say, I loved Regal being... It's the ex-principal, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm very familiar with you boys,
I know
you lads.
You undisputed.
And having him on the call later just added to it as well with that sort of thing. Yeah, I like NXT as canon. Definitely.
AEW NXT. We have our next match. The former world champion Hangman going one-on-one with New Japan Pro Wrestling's David Finlay. So this is Finlay's son. Fit Finlay's.
Fit son, yeah.
Yeah, Fit son. David Finlay. He kind of looks like Hangman. He's kind of got similar gear and kind of a similar look, just a little smaller, I think. There's a back and forth, which I mentioned they look similar, but Finlay kind of wrestles like Hangman. There's a lot of back and forth counter for counter and kip-ups when eventually, during picture-in-picture after Hangman hits the Pascata crossbody, Finlay attacks his knee and starts to work it. And when we come back, he's slamming it against the ring mat and does like more stomps to it. Eventually, Hangman hits his fall away and does the kip up, even though he's selling the hurt knee. Hits a huge lariat and then another one. Finlay somehow gets up and runs at Hangman and gets caught in midair for a sit-out powerbomb. And then there's cross arm breakers that's turned into like inside cradles, but eventually Hangman drops Finlay with the forearm and sets up for the buckshot and wins it 1-2-3, and then cuts a little promo after. But a fun little match.
Yeah, fun match. I really liked Hangman's tope in this. He just clobbered him.
Yeah.
And Finley's good. I thought this, it just felt a little weird. Like it needed this promo that's coming up because Hangman just coming out without the title. We haven't seen him since the loss, and even having the beer after the match. It's almost like, oh, we've gone back far with Hangman.
So Hangman loses the title and he's back on the wagon. He's
maybe
drinking the beer in the crowd. No, it wasn't like he's just like I like a little.
Yeah, it just we haven't seen it for so long.
Yeah.
It just feels like, oh wow, we're back to here with Hangman. And
Yeah.
we need, and obviously what's coming next makes up for that.
Hangman grabs the mic and says, "Yeah, I lost. I got a few things to think about and sit on. I lost the title, but the AEW Championship is not in my sights right now. However, there is another championship that I want. I want the IWGP World Title. I want Okada." Loved this
Awesome.
quick little
This is
promo.
what you
Just
needed to
explain,
do.
yeah, just basically saying what you need to say. He's good at
pissed
that.
off that he's not allowed in this tournament for
Yeah.
some reason. He knows he's one of the best in the world, and he's going for Okada. Awesome.
He's interrupted as Adam Cole, who was like on commentary for this match, and I wasn't too sure why. He interrupts on the ramp and says, "Not so fast. You're saying you're going to face Okada? Well, he could lose the title to my boy Jay White at Dominion." So he's already kind of planting seeds that, hey, you could be calling out someone that's not even the champ.
Well, he was also inserting himself in the picture as well.
Yeah.
I really liked the Hangman promo. I didn't like this at all. I didn't understand why he was out there, because he doesn't really have much of a connection with David Finlay, from what I can
Or
tell.
New Japan.
Or Paige anymore. Like, that feud's done.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel I'm at the point where I need something announced on this show. You know?
Yeah.
Like, we know it's probably Moxley Tanahashi, but that hasn't been announced yet. And you go, okay, we're doing Hangman Okada, and now Cole is like, well, it could be me as well, or it could be Jay White, and you're like, just
tell me the match.
Tell me the match.
Tell me the match.
Yeah, and I'm not interested in Cole and Paige. So what? You reckon they'll probably have like a eliminator match?
Yeah, I thought he was kind of healing from an injury too. So
I didn't like the Cole bit. It just didn't really make much sense to me. But Hangman promo was great. I want Hangman Okada.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Give the title to Hangman.
No, I feel like you tease this and you don't do it. I'll be mad. Like, you can't just have him say I want Okada and not get that match. So I didn't like this Cole thing. It should have just ended.
I don't want it like a 3-way or 4-way or anything. Just Cole didn't need to be around.
No, Cole did not need to be here for this whatsoever. We go to Thunder Rosa backstage. She is talking about how she's the women's champion, and she has an open challenge where she's going to let someone face her when Marina Shafir walks in, going by The Problem, Marina Shafir. She says, "I'll be your problem. Can you solve me?" So she challenges her to a match. She's going to be facing Thunder later tonight. It was kind of quick.
And they said they've got the same winning record in AEW.
Okay, interesting. Well, we go to Wardlow's World as Wardlow comes out. looking fresh, spiffy, nice button-up shirt, a few buttons undone, looking nice. He says that he purposely asked not to take part in that battle royal, and everyone's like, huh, that's kind of weird that you weren't in it.
Yeah, and I'm going, I love how Tony Khan on this show has gone out of his way to explain why Hangman and Wardlow aren't in it.
So Wardlow says, CM Punk is our champion. That's my reason being. And if I win a interim championship tonight, I don't want that. I want to be the one to submit or pin him to the mat so I can be the champion. So, I mean, it is a roundabout that way.
Yeah, I thought it actually made a lot of sense because Wardlow had Punk beat in that match, and now that guy is the champion. Wardlow, in his mind, knows he can beat him, but is also giving like respect to him. It's like, no, that's the one I want, not like a make good title.
He says, heal up, champ, because Punk, I will be waiting. But in the meantime, there's a title I want. I want the TNT title. People are just screaming out what they want tonight. Yeah. He says that. I want the TNT title. Sky comes out, and
everyone's in a nice shirt, apart from Lambert.
Sky is in like a pirate shirt. He looked like a bad guy. Remember in the old Batman show? Penguins bad guys were pirates for no reason. He looked like that. He says, like, yeah, you want to fight me? I'll fight you. And Lambert comes running out like, Sky, no, you don't want that. You don't want that smoke. And then Wardlow says, actually, you're injured too, so when you heal up, I'll be waiting. Wardlow's just come out here to say he's going to be waiting for people to heal up, is what he said.
Because everyone's injured right now.
He said that he wants to bring prestige back to the TNT title, and that's where I was like, yeah, do it.
Yeah, he's like, these great men held it and defended it, and now it's been pissed around for the last few months.
Jizzed on.
I like this. I think they actually made it make sense why he wasn't in that battle royal. I think this is a good thing. I think they should have Wardlow build up before he goes eventually for the AEW championship.
Yeah.
And you've already planted that seed with Punk.
Yeah.
I like this. My only minor criticism was having this immediately after the Hangman thing, where Hangman said basically, I can't go for the AEW title, but I can go for this one. Wardlow pretty much saying, I can't go for the AEW championship.
So I want
the
other
TNT.
One. The all Atlantic.
Yeah. So that where it was placed seemed a bit weird, but that's a minor thing.
Mark Sterling then pops up on the screen. He's with all the security Malk jobber cops behind him. He says, last week you ripped up legal documents live on television, which is very illegal, and all these guards, these America Arena security professionals deserve the money you owe them. So instead, you don't want to face me in a court of law? Next week, you face the American Arena security professionals, 20 of them. You versus them, live on TV. Elimination match.
This sounds fucking awesome.
This sounds like Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, it's exactly. Where you got to fight off 100 people?
Yeah.
This should be really fun.
I wonder if it'll be like a who's who, if there's any some indie guys in there. But 20 security dudes are going to get beat up by Wardlow.
Yeah.
Like putties.
And he's got to eliminate each one, so he's got to pin each guy or submit each guy.
Oh my god.
They should just do knockout.
Yeah, at that point, it's 20 pinfalls, and just throw them over the rope.
Yeah.
Get rid of them.
No, that sounds
That does sound pretty funny, so all right. We go to the Young Bucks backstage. They're in their locker room hanging around with the Dior's on, Matt Jackson flexing. He says, Brandon, are we on? And then talks to us. He says that the Young Bucks have beaten the tag team champions here clean as a sheet. He says, then we had a match with the Lucha Bros and we beat them too in our backyard in California. So if you ask us, the Bucks are back, baby, and we want those tag titles back. When the Hardys walk in, Matt and Jeff say, no, you don't deserve a tag shot, because we beat you at the pay-per-view. So, wait, did the Hardys... I can't remember. The Hardys won, yeah. The Hardys say, we deserve the shot. We beat you. So you saying you beat all these people, it doesn't matter. We beat you. So we deserve the shot. When Jurassic Express and Christian come in, and Christian says, yeah, you earned a shot. Sounds like we need to lay down the challenge. So next week, in a match that me and you definitely helped make famous, a triple threat, triangle ladder match, the Young Bucks, the Hardys, Jurassic Express for the tag titles, and it's now announced.
And Jungle Boy looked very unimpressed.
He was like,
He's going like, excuse me, what's going on?
He's like,
And
wait, what?
Also a nice line from Christian, and he goes, and as you pinned Jungle Boy in front of his whole family and parents last week, even though it was non-title, it was like the little unnecessary dig.
Right.
But this match sounds bonkers.
Yeah, holy shit. Definite dream match here. I mean, they don't waste no time here. They're like, oh, Jeff, you good?
And like, yeah, come on.
Jeff, how you doing?
Jeff needs to take a break soon.
Jeff needs to chill, bro. Jeff is also doing a Triple Mania match. It's the Hardys versus like, what is it, Mystico and someone, but like, this week too.
That's
Jeff,
a lot.
bro. And he was like performing at Whiskey A Go Go with Pure Oxygen. This guy's on. This guy is full, all cylinders going. What is he doing? I love it, but like, yo, calm down.
He needs a break after this.
This match is gonna. This sounds crazy.
Bucks to win? Do you think?
I think so.
I'd go with.
I would go with the Bucks. Get a little title reset here. Do we get Christian costing Jungle Boy the match?
That's got to be coming imminently. Whether it's next week or it's they lose next week and it's the week after, you have the thing like the turn.
Yeah. Do you
think Christian fucks it up for him?
Yeah. I mean, the little dig tonight definitely was like, okay, they could, and it's him being like, yeah, they're putting the titles on the line without like kind of asking them. It's kind of like Diamond Mine on NXT. It's like, oh wait, you're giving them titles? Do you see? Sino was saying in a chat he was seeing Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus gets taken out, so Christian takes his spot and then costs him. But I don't know if that's so cool to do the team.
Oh, to have Christian in the match?
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
But then...
Suck for Luchasaurus.
I think it's kind of roles reversed. When Christian was in those matches, they always had other people interfering. So you're going to get Brandon Cutler.
He's Rhino?
Yeah, Christian's now going to be Rhino.
Okay, so you've got Rhino...
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, all these other people
and then,
jumping.
Who would the Hardys have?
Darby
Sting? Or Sting?
I don't know why, but like you could, I guess.
What? So is Sting Lita? Yeah, Sting is Lita.
Yeah,
can Lita be Lita? No,
she's what
WWE.
Legend Deal or something.
Yeah.
I think the Hardys don't have someone, and that's what cost them the thing. Unless Darby chooses, but
friends.
like, yeah.
Well, you know who is looking for a friend? Takeshita. He's just tweeted, "My heart is hurt from not winning the Casino Battle Royal. Feel pain in my chest because of Eddie Kingston's chops. Revenge will be the only way to heal both pains. I could not beat Ricky and Hobbs by myself. I need friends who can fight together with me." Takeshita with the Hardys?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's posted his picture looking very sad.
He posts a lot of pictures at Cinnabon.
Oh, yeah?
Cinnabon loves him.
Look at this one, though. He's very sad.
Takeshita, yeah.
The funny thing is, he's told someone to take a photo of him looking sad.
No, that's just a candid photo of him.
Okay.
Yeah, the Hardys lose. The Bucks have Brandon Cutler. Christian, I think, comes out, but maybe costs Jungle Boy the thing. So that way you're not splitting up Jurassic Express.
I think either way, the titles are changing next week. I feel pretty sure about that.
Yeah. And it's okay. It's been a cool run.
Okay.
And like Jurassic Express have had a fun run.
Yeah.
But definitely it's okay.
Time.
Yeah, I think so. That match sounds like it could be insane. So definitely can't wait. And a reminder, we just talked about the Triangle Ladder match, WrestleMania 2000. That review's coming out later this weekend. So go check that out on our Patreon. We go to The Problem versus The Thunder. Marina Shafir versus Thunder Rosa. This is a title match for the women's title here in AEW. I love Marina Shafir's music. It's just like classical, almost terrifying, like psycho score. Yeah, scary. She comes out looking all serious, and she just wrestles Thunder right away, going to the mat. Very technical, grinding her down, trying to go for all sorts of different submissions. I love this Marina Shafir. Remember when we saw her in NXT all those years back, and we would just laugh?
Would she play or fight?
I hope clearly she was fight, because the other one was just playing. This one, who was her name?
Jessamine Duke.
Jessamine Duke, yeah, she wasn't too good at this. I think Marina Shafir is like a new lease on this.
Yeah, she's got so much better.
Yeah, she's amazing. So she's going for all these things. There's almost like a deadlift snap suplex from Marina, which was awesome. Rosa starts firing back, eventually gets her in the ropes and hits a drop kick, like just right to the face. Eventually hits like a Northern Light suplex with a bridge for a 2 count, and then a Death Valley driver for a near fall, and then they're going counter for counter with different roll-throughs when Rosa finally gets the best of Marina with a roll-up on top of her and gets the 3, and afterwards Marina attacks her anyways and is mad, and Tony comes in for the save.
Yeah, pretty good match.
Tony Storm, not Tony Khan.
Tony Storm, yeah.
Tony Schiavone.
I've seen Tony Schiavone. He's everywhere. He's like, I've got to save these now.
Gotta save it. Yeah, a good match, and I'm kind of down for a rematch.
Yeah, I think Marina looks so much better. There was a match she had, was it on Dynamite or Rampage recently, where I wasn't as high on it, but I thought she looked good here. And the beatdown after that submission she had her in looked great. I think the women's matches are improving in AEW. The match quality is definitely getting better. I think Thunder Rosa is helping with that as champion. There is still just a connection thing. I feel Britt is the only one who really connects fully with this audience character-wise. And the wrestling's not quite there for me with her, but definitely as a star level, I don't think anyone's still on that level yet.
Yeah, and I know there was stuff online with Thunder Rosa maybe not being apparently happy with
not
the way
being on after the pay-per-view and stuff.
I definitely see Jade as the way bigger star right now in the women's division, but it's definitely because she owns that character and stuff, and her wrestling keeps getting better. Where Thunder Rosa, it's not as connecting as I kind of hoped it would. Definitely when she became champion, but I did like this match. So I like Marie Shafir was impressive in this. So clearly, maybe we're getting Shafir versus Storm down the line as well, and then Storm
in an eliminator match,
something like that. Yeah. We go to Tony Schiavone backstage with the baddies, your favorite,
the best,
my favorite, are all our favorites, and Stokely, and They say that we are the ones who confronted Athena. We're not scared of anyone. And her and her dumb friends, including that big head from outer space. What's her name? And then he keeps getting her. Was it Kristen Highlander? Yeah, okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. She's going to be begging for us to stop like Keith Sweat. And he goes on. And then they walk off. And then Jade comes back and says, oh yeah, Tony.
Cut the shit.
Cut the shit.
Cut the shit.
That has to be on a shirt already, right?
I think so.
Yeah, make him cut the shit.
Yeah, so what we're getting Statlander, Red Velvet on
Rampage 1-on-1.
Yeah, I love this group. They look so good.
Former friends, now bitter enemies. They were buds, right?
Best friends.
They were
best of friends.
I do love the baddie section. I hope we were sitting near the baddie section in Detroit.
We'll make our own baddie section.
Yeah. Or it won't, and then we'll be the saddie section.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get into the baddie section. We get...
She's kind of got... These are just her permanent baddies now. I don't think she's got a section anymore.
Yeah.
Sad.
sad times we're living in.
The baddie section didn't last
No, she still does the thing where there's they get other people with them.
It's fucking better.
But then their thing is keeps calling people ugly in all the towns they go to.
But we're not from the towns we're going to. So.
We're not from Detroit. We're just a visitor.
She's shitting on Detroit. We're
like,
yeah. Fuck this place.
Yeah, this place sucks. Yeah, I'm excited for that. We go to, is it main event time? I think it is. So. I think it's the main event time. We go to the interim AEW world title match. Jon Moxley, Kyle O'Reilly, 1-on-1. And I love the little things where Tony Schiavone says, hey, we got all the time. We can go as long as this needs. There's no, they're going to have extra time here on TBS, which is good. Well, this match starts off with both guys mat wrestling. We know Kyle O'Reilly, the submission expert, but I thought Mox was going game for game here, trying to go for cross arm breakers submission holds right away, kind of spooking Kyle that he's matched in the experience of the mat style wrestling. They then get to their feet and roll through, and there's strike exchange, and they kind of hit each other with a few things, and then Moxley basically does the Anderson Silva, puts his hands behind his back and says, you know what, hit me, go ahead, hit me. So Kyle hits him, and Moxley's nose is bleeding. And William Regal is on commentary, and he says,
like, yeah, Mox is my boy, but why would you give an open shot to Kyle O'Reilly? And yeah, the visual of just Moxley getting rocked by a few hits from Kyle here was awesome. I mean, going into this, we knew, like, yeah, Moxley's the guy who's winning this thing, but as me and you go following Kyle for quite a long time, and Canadian boy, we were like, how fucking cool is it to be behind him here?
They positioned Kyle in a babyface way tonight.
Yeah,
I thought he wasn't like Undisputed Era didn't come out with him or anything.
Exactly,
like he was on his own, and that Mox is this killer.
Right.
So he definitely, I thought, had some of this crowd as well, and definitely from my point of view, I really wanted to see Kyle win this.
Exactly. I mean, both these guys, any of these, but just being like, oh, how crazy that he's wrestling this match is so cool. Well, we go to picture-in-picture when they start brawling around ringside. I think Kyle sends Mox like pushed into the guardrail with a knee on a chair. We come back, there's Kyle on top of him with palm strikes. There's a superplex. There's a few near falls. Moxley fights back and puts Kyle's mouth around the bottom rope, so the cable of the rope is in his mouth.
So I think it's Kyle is in a submission and bites the rope to get out of it.
Yeah. So Mox
he's still biting.
Mox kicks the rope while it's in the dude's mouth, and this looks like it rattles him in the face. This looked so painful. Wow, what a spot. And William Regal yells out, "Collie wobbles." As the resident Brit on this show.
I think he said it gave me the collie wobbles.
Oh, gave me the
as
collie
in
wobbles.
Like it makes you like, ooh, like when you physically react, you see something and it makes you a little
Gave me the cobby wobbles. A nice regalism here on AEW Dynamite.
We're getting them again. It's great.
Love William regalisms.
An attack of stomach pain or queasiness. Intense anxiety or nervousness.
It gave me that. It gave me because getting kicked in, it looked really painful. Mox then just levels him, hits him with a cutter, RKO out of nowhere. JR says that's as close as a stunner as you'll ever see, and Tony's like, yeah. Regal's like, yeah, sure, JR.
Sure.
Cool.
I love though why not? If you think about it, if you're fighting, you wouldn't go, oh no, that's that guy's move or whatever.
Yeah.
Just sometimes you got to hit a cutter.
Yeah.
It was perfectly timed, looked great.
Look, the cutter was a move before Randy. It was a move before DDP.
Yeah.
It's a move. Mox goes for a Gotch-style pile driver, but somehow Kyle counters this into a triangle.
Yeah, this transition was
Chef's
nuts.
kiss, and then eventually transitions that into his knee bar. Mox eventually fights out and hits a pile driver for a near fall. There's then a huge strike exchange and a slap fight. Their chests are red, their faces are bloody. There's then the axe and smash kick from Kyle with the forearm, and then a Saito suplex, but Mox no-sells it. His inner Ishii firing up here as he hits his own Saito drop suplex here on Kyle. There's lariats, the King Kong lariat, and William Regal is losing his mind now on commentary with a fantastic call as he says, "This is why I'm here. This is AEW. This is where we fight." Loved that line. And then while they are fighting, Kyle looks for some sort of move here, but is turned into the bulldog choke, the bully choke.
So there was the punch in the face. As well.
Straight up punch in the face, yeah. To escape the submission hold.
Yeah, just like ridiculous.
How do I get out of this?
How they're getting out of each one, and then he's like,
Fuck.
gets the reach and punches him in the fucking face.
So Kyle's like, yo, what the fuck? Gets up to his face, and his Mox just runs at him with the Regal D, shout out William Regal, and then picks up Kyle, who just already looks KO'd here. No pun, Kyle O'Reilly. And Mox hits him with the paradigm shift. 1, 2, 3, your interim AEW champion, Jon Moxley. But this has to be one of the best AEW main events.
I feel like we say that
every time we watch this show. What a match,
incredible.
Man.
This is the kind of stuff I like. And I was getting that kind of Finn Balor, Kyle feel.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
Him showing this on a bigger stage is awesome. I thought, even though we all kind of knew Jon Moxley would probably be going to this final at Forbidden Door, Kyle made you want him to compete as well.
Exactly.
This was just violent. You could tell both guys are like, yeah, just fucking hit me.
Especially
elbowed me in the face.
when he hits him in the nose and he's bleeding, right? Or
This
like
was
busts his nose.
wonderful stuff.
Yeah, one of my favorite matches. I feel like I'm repeating every time I watch these. I think one of my just favorite AEW matches. We just watched this live, but it was just so. I was so into the character. It may have something to do with I've been rooting for this guy for a long time, and finally seeing him in a main event slot here, like just absolutely slaying. I thought after that Finn Balor match in NXT that this guy would be skyrocketed with some sort of big push. Instead, he was out chilling in the woods with Von Wagner, and now he's here signing that 5-year deal with Tony Khan for AEW, and he's putting on matches like this. This guy will be a world champion one day.
Yeah, like it's interesting because I honestly thought when he came in, he'd be mainly doing the tag stuff with Bobby and the lackey stuff, and they've really been showcasing him a lot recently. I loved Regal being on commentary, calling for these two. And I've seen like some tweets after AEW went off the air. Kyle's walking to the back and Regal's kind of stood there like looking, and Kyle kind of hesitates. It looks like he might like shake his hand or something, but then walks out disappointed.
Long-term booking.
Yeah, kind of little teases that Kyle is someone who's impressed Regal, who showed up.
And I mean,
tonight.
took Mox to the absolute limit. So if you're teasing that, Regal's scouting. Regal's been doing some media rounds, and he mentioned in a few different interviews I've seen online that he's kind of in kayfabe, and he's like, this is just the beginning. I'm scouting for the future. Like, we're gonna get all these people in this fighting club that we're building. And I'm like, yo, Kyle O'Reilly in this club. The thing is, if all the best fighters are in this club, they got to keep fighting each other while they're in the club. That's part of it, I think.
So, absolutely.
So yeah, but this was fantastic.
Yeah, I think the Kyle thing you can do further down the line. I think there's still
so
stuff
much
going on with Undisputed Elite, which he's very tied to. But I can definitely see at some point Regal being like, why are you hanging around with these idiots?
Yeah.
Like, you haven't won the big one since you've been with us. Mox by then is probably AEW Interim Champion,
Yeah.
Brian's going off to do the G1. What are you doing, Kyle?
Danielson versus Kyle in AEW is definite a big singles match that they can go to at any point. Like this was just in their pocket that Tony Khan's like, Kyle, go out there and put on a banger, and that's what one of my favorite matches from AEW. Just full stop. I was kind of like I was hyped for this episode of Dynamite, and then that Battle Royal started, and I don't know what it is. I said earlier, like I don't know what it is about the casino. It's not as hype as your Royal Rumbles and stuff. It's kind of like a little over. Whatever, something about it that just irks me, and it doesn't quite hit. But then when it finally got to like the final four in that match, I was like, okay, cool.
I think it's a Rumble's a bigger thing. It's once a year. Like we see these casino things all the time, and it's just their gimmick. But I know what you mean.
But then the story where then you set off the top of the show. Hey, our main event tonight is now Kyle Mox, and then through the night you hear both their promos leading to the banger of a match. Like this was, it had some ups and downs on this episode, but wow, what an episode of Dynamite. I loved it, absolutely loved it. I love watching this pro wrestling stuff and this shit like this that makes me just go, yo, gotta watch that match. Like, this is the match you're gonna tell all your wrestling friends tomorrow. Like, did you watch this yet? Because why didn't you?
Yeah, I really liked this episode. I want to start knowing the card for Forbidden Door, and it's kind of annoying if we got to wait till after, was it June 12th, Dominion? Okay, so by
this week,
by next week, we should know the
Jay White Hangman.
Matches. Yeah.
Where you see it going right now?
So
Hangman Okada, I still think
we're going to get Hangman and Cole on Dynamite to set up who's facing Okada, I'm imagining.
Okay.
I would think it's Okada. You could do Jay White Cole if anything happens between those two.
It does feel like whenever he's like, oh, my good pal, my good buddy Jay White, it feels like it's not. They always say, oh, like the Super Elite or Undisputed Elite and Bullet Club are like boys, but I feel like it's not actually that.
So you could have Cole, Jay White. We've got Tana, Mox, most likely. Probably what do you think?
The four-way. Who do you think's in that four-way with the All-Atlantic Championship?
So Miro, Black, Pac, and who would be the Japanese talent?
I mean, it'd be crazy if Ospreay would be in that match, just considering who else is in that. But
I feel he's doing something else.
yeah,
though.
he's busy with all this other stuff. But I'm trying to think. You kind of want Japanese talent because it's New Japan. So what? I'm thinking like Hiromu. I don't know if that even fits in there though.
Suzuki, Ishii.
Suzuki, yeah. It probably is Ishii, even though we all want Miro Ishii 1-on-1. But you get that moment in the match, people will still be hyped for it.
Yeah,
that could be it. That would be a nice filler. And then what? FTR versus Aussie Open. That's kind of happening this week though. So
yeah, like FTR, or will that be a?
New Japan doesn't have tag teams, so.
Yeah, I mean it's the two that are with Ospreay right now.
Exactly. Tama Tonga.
Yeah, Danielson's out for 2 weeks. They say
so he'll be back.
He should be all right for the show.
Yeah. And then like leading, because I mean we got tickets to Detroit and they've announced Blood and Guts. They could easily do any iteration of.
No real mention of that at all.
They just said, "Hey, get tickets." There's still some tickets available.
But there wasn't any real like Pinnacle. Sorry, no. What they Jericho
Appreciation
Society.
Split Entertainers.
Yeah.
The Thursday after Dynamite in Detroit, GCW's running a show, and Alex Shelley is, Michigan, Motor City. He's wrestling on that show. I wonder if we're gonna get. Is there any chance we get Machine Guns versus FTR at that show, or Time Splitters versus FTR? Could be something cool.
Yeah.
But I just don't know half that. Maybe I'm just out there. But
well, who's the Bucks match?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the multi-man Bullet Club Elite.
Yeah, okay.
Something like that, for sure.
There's like not too long to like set up a lot of this.
Yeah, I wish they kind of said, hey, at least you're getting. I mean, they tried to do that last week by just going here's Punk Tana, but then like, oh wait, actually no, it's Mox Tana. So no, Goto for champ, AEW interim champ Goto. You need to see it, the Ushigoroshi. Well, that was Dynamite. I absolutely loved it. Mox and Kyle was just a awesome main event match. Definitely, just one of my favorite things AEW has done, full stop. So, pat on the back to Mox there. Shout out your moms, like Mox did. That was Dynamite. We hope you enjoyed listening to us talk about it. We'll be back next week to chat all about it. And all the other podcasts you can catch out on our patreon.com/upnext. We got our The Thing review. We got our WrestleMania 2000 review. Those two coming out this weekend. We have all the best matches ever out there. We have the Retro NXT movie reviews. Everything is up there. And let us know, what Ring of Honor, New Japan crossover shows from the past would you want us to hear us review this month as well. So many different podcasts.
All the podcasts.
That's it. And again, why aren't you hitting that subscribe on the YouTube, guys?
Yeah, we've been talking for what? An hour now?
Hasn't even moved. One.
Done nothing.
Maybe one.
Done nothing.
Yeah, go do us a favor. Hit subscribe.
Getting angry now.
Write us a nice little review. It doesn't, we appreciate it. Not all reviews need to be bad out in the world. You can review when you're happy about things too. So go help us out. We appreciate it. Follow us on Twitter at upNextPodcast. I myself, Braden Herrington. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram. I am at the Brady.
And I am at Davie Portman.
That's it. That's all. Take care. Goodbye. Be safe. And cut the shit.
Ahoy!
First time in a long time, but it seems like just yesterday when we were side by side. Beast mode, no one's blocking our way. These other guys tried it, but them man ain't got the skills of Braden and Davie, brazen and raging, bringing you the thrills and spills. Right here in full gear, about to blow up like TNT. Us man are too sweet, Brady, DVP, the BDElite. Right here in full gear, about to blow up like TNT. Us man are too sweet, Brady, DVP, the BDElite.